Just, I mean, it seemed like it set the table for everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we were better everywhere than we were the game before, and I think that was the goal. And when we're playing well, you know, that's what we look like. We're not giving up much. We're putting pressure on the other team. So, you know, we fixed a lot of things from the previous game, and, you know, now we got to replicate that in game, I guess we're going to 5 now, yeah.
Pete, you look at all the contributions you got tonight. What was it like to get those kinds of contributions, given in that game 3 it seemed a little one-dimensional at times?
Yeah, really proud of our group. I mean, it was a grind out there. You lose Marchment, you know, a couple shifts in, so the bench is short. And then there was, you know, some offsetting penalties. Jamie Benn left for a little bit with a poke to the eye. So again, our bench is short. You know, Miro comes, you know, off the injury table with that bad cut, puts a full mask on, and he plays 31 minutes and does what he does. I'm just really proud of some of the efforts and some of the compete of our group. You know, I thought everybody dug in tonight and did a good job.
Pete, you've been around some really great defensemen, and, you know, Miro just talked about how much pride he takes on the defensive end more than anything else. How important is that to get that mindset from your defenseman? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what wins this time of year, and your best players have to lead the way. And, you know, Miro, Joe Pavelski, you know, those guys, they never cheat for offense. You know, they're you know, Rupe I would put in that category too. You know, those guys are never going to put their offensive game ahead of their defensive responsibilities. And when your best players, you know, have that mindset, you know, that kind of bleeds through your group.
How about Hanley and Kiviranta both coming in, and then also updates on Marchment and Hakanpää?
Yeah, well, Marchment didn't return, and Hack was a game time decision. Just couldn't go. Yeah, again, you know, back to the contributions we got. Hanley came out of the stands. Kiviranta came out of the stands. You know, and again, we played with a short bench. You know, Miro played with what he's dealing with. So, you know, there was a lot of stuff going on there that I think, you know, we could have used as an excuse, and we didn't. So, really proud of the group.
Pete, we heard Seattle's take on the goalie interference challenge. I was just wondering what you saw in that play.
You know what? I didn't look at it closely. It looked to me like there was a little bit of a bump. I thought he reset, and then I thought, my perspective, I thought you know, there was a second bump, but he got pushed in on the second one, and it was outside the paint. So I thought it was the right call.
Like, we see players play through stuff all the time. We almost get numb to it. But you shouldn't take it for granted, right? Can you just expand on what it's like for him to come back from that and play 31 minutes? Yeah.
Well, he's an amazing athlete, and you know, ultra competitive, wants to win, and hard minutes. You know, hard minutes tonight. So, yeah, I mean, what do you say? I mean, he's done it all year for us. He's one of the best in the world at that position, and you know, he's a warrior. I mean, you know, that's a nasty gash. You know, hasn't been able to eat much. Probably hasn't slept well. And, you know, show up and play a game like that, that's pretty impressive.
We've talked about the difficulties or the challenges of just making the transition to playoff hockey, but Thomas Harley seems to be doing it at a pretty good pace. Just what have you seen from him throughout the playoffs? Yeah,
I thought he was excellent tonight. You know, he had like the rest of our group, he had a little bit of an off night in game 3. You know, we challenged him. Alain Nazardine talked to him, went through some video with him. I loved his response. Again, you know, playoffs is about response, and our group, you know, across the board, including Thomas, had great response tonight.